I'm recording.
Are you?
Yes. I clicked the button.
Good goddamn thing.
It's totally happening right now.
Okay, so you're gonna do like a what? A random screen for the first 5 minutes?
Yeah?
Good, because that's bullshit. Nobody's gonna be able to keep from cussing.
Oh, cool, they have different colors now.
So, what's your guys' least favorite, most recent game? I've heard that
Hobbit.
Joe doesn't like Zelda.
Gollum.
I don't
Gollum.
dislike Zelda.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
You shit on that thing so hard.
I just don't think it deserves the hype it gets. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why the fuck?
Alright.
I just don't get it.
I just don't like the guy.
Bro,
I
why
mean,
didn't you just tell us how you really
what
feel?
kind of a guy is called Zelda?
That's true.
Oh god.
I've always wondered that, honestly.
That meme. No, but seriously, Zelda's crap.
The memes.
Alright, what's the consensus on Gollum then? What's so bad about it? I haven't seen anything, so tell me why I should hate it.
I've seen a tiny bit.
It's sounding so professional.
One of the reasons the third age on the PS2 had better graphics.
It's that bad?
Yes.
Yeah, it runs like
It literally looks like It literally looks like a PS2 game. The dialogue is painful to get through. It's basically a cash grab.
So is it just the dialogue or the voice acting?
I don't even know if it's a cash grab. No.
I think there's...
The game's graphics are terrible. It has so many bugs where you'll basically just get stuck for no reason. It's just a mess.
There's actually a video clip out there of someone looking over at the view distance, and it's like old school like GTA graphics of like people just walking sideways in the distance in pixelated form.
Wow.
And walking off into the abyss.
That's fucking rough.
It's just
absolutely scuffed. It's like they went, hey, let's make this Gollum game. They're like, hell yeah, and then like 3 months into development, they went, fuck this. I don't want to build this anymore. It's like, let's just like throw it out as it is now. Yeah,
and they also gave us an apology video, which was
they apologized for it.
Yeah, they were like,
yes,
we're sorry we tried giving you such an amazing game and failed. Like,
that's all devs do now.
Have you seen
we've had like 4 apology videos
lately. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Have you seen the compilation picture of like
oh my God,
all the games released this year with the I'm sorry?
Pretty much like near enough every single game this year released has an apology statement. It's so bad. It's like, I'm sorry we didn't test this game properly and shipped it to you guys broken as fuck.
I have to say that is really irritating. No games are ever complete. There's always like just... I don't know.
There's a few. There's an odd few. I don't know about this year though.
Well,
I mean, Jedi Survivor was complete. It just had a scuff launch.
That was so fucked.
No, I was about to say, we've had like 4 or 5 games this year that basically came out like trash. They just don't run correctly. Fallen Order being one of them.
Yeah.
And that's annoying because
although I will say I never had a single issue at all. But
well, look at you.
Again, I had like 1 issue with Cyberpunk in its worst state, so I got lucky again.
Cyberpunk just pissed me off. I had to actually use dev commands to restart a side mission to be able to get the last achievement for the game.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying you can get the side stuff around the map.
No, I had to use like a console command to reset the mission.
Wow.
Because it was just bugged. And like shit, I was gonna play through that entire fucking game again to get all the missions for one fucking section to complete it. Like shit. Yeah, like they just need to like stop releasing broken games, or like try and figure out why games are just so broken.
I completely agree.
Unreleased, like it's like it never used to happen to this scale before.
No. What started it actually Was it Fallout 76?
That was like when it started happening.
No, it was No Man's Sky.
It's
It
always
feels
been
like they know they can
apparent.
just get away with putting shitty games out and people will buy them anyway because there's a ton of hype around it and they don't have to make good on it.
Yeah, I think it was No Man's Sky that started this, like, wait, we can just release it in a trash state and then
It's
just
like-
build upon it.
Always been apparent. Like I can't
Well,
remember the
to be
last time
fair,
games
No Man's
shipped
Sky was
well.
also one of them games that was hugely anticipated because of E3.
Yeah, so was 76, so was
Everyone saw it and
Cyberpunk.
was like, oh my god, it's like Jurassic Park in space. 76 people were hyped, but not as much as the No Man's Sky.
No, but Cyberpunk was bigger.
What about
yeah,
the
I
directs
think-
that have been coming out? Is there anything like even remotely exciting looking?
What, coming out?
Yeah, like it seemed kind of disappointing. Like the PlayStation Direct, it wasn't super exciting.
Okay.
Don't even start on that. I think like Sony have just been weird since COVID hit. Like they're very hush hush with like what they show, and it was played into it like that showcase was going to be insane. Which, to be fair, it could have been. Like some of their like leading studios are working on shit. They've got like the Logan fucking game or Wolverine game, whatever. They've got some cool shit to show, basically, but they just chose not to show it, and it's weird. Whether they're saving it for Summer Games Fest next week or what, but it's just fucking weird.
Possible.
But for like anticipated games, like I think my most anticipated is Remnant 2.
Yeah, probably same, to be honest. I was suggesting Eric to play. I'm gonna play it again. So
Because
I don't even have one this year. Like, there was a few last year with like Stray and everything. But like
yeah,
this
the
year,
indie
there's
games
nothing
has
that's
been
like...
the best lately.
Yeah, because they've been the most reliable.
well, to be fair, there's nothing yet. We're getting into like gaming season now.
I guess Starfield, but I already know it's going to be scuffed because it's
Nah.
Bethesda.
It's gonna be. It's
Starfield's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
great.
bad.
Five
gonna be good.
times the detail.
It's just not going to be good.
It just works.
It just
Todd.
works.
Todd and his sweet little eyes.
It's literally just Fallout in
Everybody's
space.
sweet little life.
It won't be anything groundbreaking. It'll just be a filled world with a filled universe with fuck all in it.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of the fact that it's literally, what was it, hundreds or is it no, it's thousands of planets actually.
It's thousands of planets, and I've like talked to a few people about this, and I've said, what would you rather have? 1,000 pre-gen planets, which will have their slight differences, or like 100 handcrafted planets? And pretty much everyone said 100 handcrafted planets would be way better than thousands of automatically pre-generated ones.
Yeah, I mean, procedural can work, but we've seen No Man's Sky and that took forever for them to actually make procedural fun.
Yeah,
Ooh,
like
so
procedural.
on the first planet, you're gonna see a
procedural's coin
dildo
flip,
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 100 handcrafted planets would still be insane, to be fair. Like if they like really tried to make 100 completely unique planets, like that would actually be a really good feat. That would be something to brag about. But like thousands of planets where they're basically just like telling the game to like, yeah, just make this different. It feels like you're just gonna get a lot of planets where it's like, ah, nice, there's the exact same shed there, but there's a rock slightly to the left. Damn,
That'd be a nice
it's
shed.
like that's game breaking.
It depends on the level of it, right? And it depends on how they do it. So if I'm to use as a reference, say like Mass Effect 1 and 2, right? In Mass Effect 1, when it comes to exploration, you got all these random planets where you can go for the mining and stuff, and then run into fresher Mars and blah blah blah. They're quite open maps, and a lot of people hate them, but absolutely love them. In Mass Effect 2, they got rid of that and just turned it into scanning and just made more little mission side things in which are were more like linear maps.
Yeah.
Of exploration, and people preferred that, but I preferred the first one. So when it comes to Starfield, if it did have, say, 100 handcrafted worlds, it depends on the detail that would interest me. Where if you had 1,000, then there's potential that 100 could be insane.
Yeah, but then others could just be like you walked into a
but then you still have the 900
alpha.
more planets to crack out.
Exactly. So it's like their computer system or whatever could create, they could create 100 insane planets. But if that's out of 1,000, that means you could come across 900 planets that are absolute dog shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I just don't. For the most part, I want it to succeed. I actually do. I'm sick of games coming out where it's like, this is such a letdown. I hope that Starfield is a success.
Yeah, me too.
How many people are going to go to all of these planets, though?
Me.
Well, there's going to be millions of people playing this game, probably.
Oh,
There's-
So it'll be slowly, eventually, everyone will go to all of them.
It just seems like
There
it
is
would take
actually-
a long fucking time to get through 1,000 planets.
Other than Starfield, I just remembered one. There is actually 2 other games that I'm anticipating. And they're both Warhammer games.
Oh, Space Marine 2.
Space Marine 2, and the Orc fucking
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't actually
Car
watch
simulator
too much.
game.
Just saw a bit of a trailer.
what's it called now?
Space Freaks or Race Freaks or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a Twisted Metal take.
Yeah, it's Twisted Metal but Orcs.
Yeah.
Speed Freaks. Yeah.
Yeah, Speed Freaks. Yeah, look, it looked funny because there was an orc riding a Lehman Russ. And I was just like, oh, that's so funny. Just
Yeah,
use a
that
Lehman Russ as a race car.
Yeah. So that and Space Marine 2 I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
Because
Space Marine 2
recently
I'm definitely looking forward to.
Recently I got massively into Warhammer 40k, so the story's really good. And I love the first Space Marine.
Yeah, first Space Marine's great.
On the subject of 40k, the new bolt gun game, that looks pretty fucking good.
True.
Yeah, it's like Doom style, right?
Yeah, it's like classic retro style gunplay, and I've seen some footage from it, and it looks really fun. I'm actually gonna probably buy it soon. It just looks like good fun.
I thought about it, but some of those games, sometimes I play for a while and I'm like, oh, this is great, and I just don't go back to it. I feel like it could be one of those.
It depends how much you like the more retro classic style of a game. To be fair,
it's
still
hit
to
and
this
miss for me.
day, I still prefer the original Doom to the was it 2016 Doom?
Yeah.
I think it was 2016. Yeah, I still prefer the old Doom to the new Doom. It's just so much better.
I will say I prefer
Go.
the old Duke Nukem to the new one.
I was going to say,
everybody does.
yeah.
Is that from nostalgia or just why?
Well, I like them.
Yeah, I mean, why do you prefer the older one over the new ones? Are they just
The new
shit
one's a
compared to the
pile of
new
shit.
ones?
Yeah.
Well, Doom 2016 was good.
I don't know about Doom. Honestly, I couldn't give a shit about the old ones. I never replayed them.
But Doom Eternal is a god
I
tier
enjoyed
game.
Eternal, yeah. I kind of liked how they built on the law.
Also, Doom Eternal is probably, if you're a first-person fan, Doom Eternal is probably one of the most fun speedruns you can watch. Because watching a speedrunner just go off on the hardest difficulty in Doom is insane.
Have you done it, Joe?
No. I actually got Doom Eternal recently to start playing through and maybe do something with it.
Just heads up for people here, Joe does speedruns.
Yeah.
He's a
And he's still a world
speedrunner.
record holder.
True, yeah.
He actually still has a world record.
Which one?
I do, yeah. It's not novice now, it's the Alien Isolation Nightmare CC only.
Nice.
Congrats, Joe.
Good job,
Yeah,
dude.
man. It's only because no one else wants to run it.
Oh, is that
He
the
also
one
has
that's,
the highest fill
no
rate.
one likes? Is that the one everyone's upset about?
Yeah, that's the category nobody likes. Cause
That's still ridiculous to me, the fact that people can be upset by a different speedrun strat.
It's not like people aren't upset by it.
It's not upset, it's like heresy.
People are
Well,
heavily
that's what I mean,
favoured
like,
in
it's heresy, it's like, what? Why?
Yeah, but it's heresy as in banter. It's like if you was playing on the PlayStation with an Xbox controller. People on the PlayStation would be looking at you like you're a heretic.
So it's like basically how some speedrun communities can work is there'll be categories not everybody likes, and for Alien Isolation, CC only is one of them. And you'll get other categories like the NMG and no CC categories that people tend to gravitate towards more.
Yeah.
So then, because more people are interested in them, they get more screen time, they get more promotion, and when new runners come in, they'll see those ones first.
Straight,
And to be fair, there is quite a lot of speedrunners that don't like doing glitch runs.
I mean, it's fair enough, everyone has preference.
It's completely preference.
Strangely enough, the most popular category in speedrunning is any percent. Where in Alien Isolation is one of the most dead categories in Isolation. Yes.
Yeah. It's basically it hit its point. It's done.
Okay.
There's no way you can get better at it. Actually, to be fair, it was pretty much everything had been found when me and one of the other runners tried to think of anything possible. I don't think anything. Yeah. I don't think anything else has came from when we were prattling about with it. And it was just like, it's basically no new strategies were found, but people found new ways to better execute it. Basically. So it's like the strategy is still solid, it's just people find better ways to do other things and get quicker and stuff like that. But I still believe to this day that the glitch tech involved in that category is hardware dependent. You can get better like clips and stuff depending on your hardware.
I mean, it makes sense. Because, I mean, frames and shit when it's setting speedruns like down to changing your FPS and stuff, isn't it?
No, so it's weird. It's just too weird to like even trying to think about it. It's just it's like a good category, but it's a shit category at the same time. But it's like, it's fun when you're in it and you're with other people, but it's not very popular. So most people don't know half the shit about it.
Okay.
Gets like no love, no nothing. It's mainly the NMG category, which is no major glitches, and the no CC category, which is basically it's like a sort of unrestricted category, but you can't use the CC only tech. It's weird. Basically, no CC is like a category in between no major glitches and CC only.
Yeah.
It's not really broken, but it's not limited. It's fucking weird. Yeah. Enough about that.
Yeah. I mean, you know a lot about that, that's for sure.
Yeah, spent like a year doing it, so.
I must admit, after playing Resi 4, I was kind of... Well, technically I have speed run it, because I've done like the different playthroughs to get like the S's and all that stuff. I was tempted to like try it properly, like the glitches and all the different strats and things. But
For which game?
Resi 4, the remake.
One we played?
No, that's fine.
Oh, no. No.
To be fair, technically we speed run that as well. Because we did RPGs.
Fucking everything.
Yeah. That was fun though. Unfortunately, 6 just hasn't taken the same attention.
Mm.
I think like the main problem with 4 is you have to downpatch it, and I don't know if you can do that on Steam or if you have to do like a third-party thing. So I'm pretty sure the devs did. I'm pretty sure the devs patched some of the speedrun tricks.
Ah, they've already got rid of a lot of it then.
Yeah, so you have to revert to an older patch before they'd fixed it all.
I think the only one I saw really was where you aim the sniper down to the floor next to a door, and then you just like phase through it, and then that skips like a really big area.
Yeah, there's a few points where you can like you aim your sniper and you can just like phase through walls and fences and stuff.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
You clip through shit. But I don't know, like speedrun is really fun. There's no better satisfaction than when like you put a timer on and you get through and like you do your first run. It's like fucking awesome. It's even better when you commit to it and you get a time and you just get better and better and better, and it's like holy shit.
Noble to keys were at the pad.
Exactly.
True. Honestly, I enjoyed doing that. That was fun.
That's a good speedrun.
It's an easy one to get into, and it's a fun one.
Mm-hmm. Reach is a good speedrun.
I think I was basically my first speedrun was with that one of yous, which is on my channel. We got a legendary version and a easy version. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's the only co-op speedrun I've done. I'd love to do more co-op speedruns. Co-op speedruns are so good.
What games come up when you say that? Like anything in particular?
Like the first game I'd probably gravitate towards would be Dead Space 3.
Oh yeah, true.
Because there is obviously this co-op in the game, so it'd be cool to do like a co-op run.
Yes.
But apart from that, I don't know. Like sometimes it's the weird thing about trying to find a game to speedrun, is it's kind of, you don't pick the game kind of picks you.
The game chooses you.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, corny as that sounds, but it kind of is.
I mean, there's the Prey speedrun, I guess.
There are those that seek power and those that give into it.
It's just a lot of cat game.
But it's kind of like if you don't enjoy the game, you're not going to play it. But if you enjoy the game a lot and the game captivates you, then you can learn to speedrun it. I feel like co-op games, I don't know.
What do you guys think are the best co-op games out right now?
Now, nothing.
Right now.
Co-op
or any
games
that you're anticipating coming out.
Past.
That's co-op.
What, released this year or like just currently?
Just in general, like.
If you said like now, you could say within the last year, 2 years.
I mean, It Takes Two clearly.
Yeah, I was gonna say It Takes Two is a fabulous game for
recently,
two people.
Completed that.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Ending was the best.
It's cracking.
It was. That was super funny.
So I've seen everyone's seen It Takes Two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler.
The end where they're like the floor to each other and you have to like hold a button and they're gonna kiss. Yeah, me and Xanth kept holding the kiss back. It looked so awkward. It was so funny.
We would take our finger off the button, like right as they'd like get close, and then like he'd get closer, I'd get closer, and then they'd like fall back. It was
funny. Really funny.
I think that scene took probably like 3 minutes to get through.
Yeah, because we mainly just laughing our asses off.
Yeah, that one game of the year, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and well deserved for it.
Yeah.
Just like Gollum should get one.
Really good things.
For a game of this year.
Other co-op games?
I don't know, like
Outlast.
What, Trials?
Trials is summing up to be a decent game.
Yeah, I've heard people
From what
enjoying it.
From what I've seen, it's good. Like, if we're gonna talk about co-op games, we'd probably have to exclude any PvP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
And
It was, like, strictly
about
co-op.
story-driven or, like, online? What?
You could probably just label it as co-op, but not PvP. So there's no, like, element of PvP in it. It's like a co-op adventure or a story-driven co-op, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you're labeling it that, then there's not really much to fucking pick from.
That's why I'm waiting for the Takes-Two devs. I want to see what their next thing is going to be. If
I mean,
they
like,
can
I really
somehow
enjoy
top it.
Hunt, but it's kind of restricting because I don't like a lot of the newer games that come out where your lobbies are super restricted for how many people you play with. Like, 3 people is kind of a weird number.
I'm sick of 3 people.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
Because, I mean, most of the time we've got, like, between 4 and 5 people in the group that are playing things at any given time, like when we want to do co-op-y kind of shit.
Best
Totally,
co-op game right now, Stellaris.
Not for the co-op part. That is a little desynchy.
That's actually true. That's actually true.
It's bugged.
It's a wee bit desynchy right now.
But like, I don't know. It's kind of hard because there's that many different kinds of games where you could say it's co-op.
Yeah, and it depends.
You've got like PvP or like PvEVP, which you can kind of say is co-op because you can work with other people. Then you've got like a story-driven, and then you've got fucking like survival games.
Yes.
Yeah, I think survival games are the biggest when it comes to
it's
co-op.
huge.
When it comes to co-op as well, I feel like me and Joe just point to the same thing.
Well, like Dead Space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I really like story-driven stuff like It Takes Two and Dead Space. Those are really nice.
Dead Space 3 is a fabulous co-op game. You just don't ever play it alone. You're missing half the game for not playing it in co-op.
Well, to be fair, even like Halo, we played through all the Halo games back to back.
Oh yes,
co-op.
Halo Legendary on
Yeah.
Halo 2, Nightmare Fuel.
Oh god. Yeah, we still went through. Is it 1, 2, 3, and 4 Legendary co-op?
Yep.
That was awesome.
I was
And on
tempted to
DST.
get Jans to play that.
For what?
Halo.
Halo? I would play it. I'm not sure how much I'd enjoy it. I've played lots of things that I've been on the fence about with you guys, so I mean, I'm willing to try
Not
pretty much anything
everything.
at this point. Yeah, exactly.
What you should try is We Were Here,
Yes. Yes.
because me
That
and
is,
Joel have
Oh,
played We Were
that's
Here.
it. No!
Yeah.
I know what that involves. No!
Right. So basically, the first one, it's called We Were Here. It's free. It's a free game.
It is?
Yeah. The first one's free.
Okay.
There's like
That's a
3
bit
other
unique.
ones, right? Which actually cost, but the fact that they started off with a free game and they've been able to make like 3 other ones proves that it is successful.
Yeah.
So me and Scott played it. Basically, how it works is each person is in a different part of like it's like a castle or some shit. One person has the information to solve puzzles.
Yeah, it's a
The other
puzzle.
person has
Is in the
they're in the puzzle. So it's
Okay.
all about communication. So basically, like,
Ooh,
to
I don't
be
know.
fair,
Alan yells at me a lot.
as an
I thought
example,
you like it.
me and
Maybe a
Scott,
little.
Oh god.
literally, as an example, me and Scott got stuck on the first one,
No.
and then I got bored and trapped myself behind a table. So we had to restart.
Oh yeah, soft locked.
I soft locked myself.
Jeez.
But then we actually like figured it out, and it was like super simple.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that like you have to like describe what you see, and then the person with the information has to find it on their end as well.
See, I've seen Lyric play this, and there was a part to do with paint, and it looked like I'd literally kill myself before I'd even figure it out.
Oh, it is actually really good.
I mean,
Really
if it's
fucking- I
free,
would
I'll
100%.
consider.
Oh yeah, I would 100% recommend
Yeah, same.
We can try
playing the
it.
first one.
But you gotta play by the rules as well, and you don't Discord comms, you in-game comms.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Just
shit.
the
still
radio.
Alright.
As for other co-op games right now,
It's not a great deal. The co-op
Yeah.
like market's kind of drying up a bit again. But I think it's because most devs are just so focused on PvP.
Yeah, so a big issue right now, I'd say, is the fact everyone just wants a battle royale.
Yeah, it's just
Battle
PvP.
Royale.
And that's just
Battle
not
Battle Royale
Royales.
survival
At all.
game.
Yeah, like you've always got survival
my.
games.
goodness. What do you have?
I think a co-op
My type of
Subnautica
room.
would be a good move
Oh yeah, like
in terms of survival games.
see, like it's a shame because games like Subnautica don't get co-op.
Yeah, that
And
was a
they're the
game that
games
should have
you
easily
want,
had
eh?
it.
Yeah, it's such
It's
a
amazing
shame.
it didn't.
And like all these other ones get co-op and they're like average, but then a game like Subnautica doesn't get it, and it's so sad to see. Because that is like amazing games.
True.
Yeah, I think at the minute it's more like single player, story driven in games, unless like you play a lot of survival or PvP.
I mean, we played Conan for quite some time. That's a really fun one, that's for sure.
There was also another really good one. Satisfactory.
Oh yes.
Co-op wise.
Update 8 is coming out soon.
Damn.
It's going to be Unreal Engine 5. It's adding loads of new features into it.
That game
And
is made to play with friends.
It will be insane. I will be
Hopefully it
jumping
runs
back
well
into
on
it.
UE5.
In fact, funny enough, that game has random modes where when your friend's looking at you, there's like a 10% chance you'll just burst into a Naruto run.
Okay.
And if you keep clapping at your friend, there's like a 5% chance that you'll do Fireball Nujutsu. You'll just hear it, and they'll do the hand signals, and then punk, and then fire a fireball. Little funny thing for you, but that game is excellent co-op
So
and super chill.
Very
and
chill.
super addictive.
Yeah.
Not sure it's my type of thing, but I don't know. Probably have to just try and see.
Green Man, you build factories.
Well, Adrian
Just-
does.
Oh,
Sure.
it
Who
sounds
doesn't
so
want to build a fucking
fun.
factory? It is. That's
What a
the
sh-
thing. It is so much fun. You
I wanna
just
shoot
give. You
things,
don't.
man.
It is just so good. So good.
Well, maybe. But we'll stick with, what was it, We Were Here?
Yeah.
Stick with that. I'll definitely have a look into that. I'll probably make some stupid ass shit from that because of how bad I'll be. But in terms of co-op coming out, I don't think there are any. Not really. Besides Remnant.
Nope. Remnant 2.
And I doubt Space Marine. Well, Space Marine will just be a full-on single player, more than likely.
Oh. I think that's enough.
Wow.
I think.
There's only 34
I
minutes.
don't even, what the fuck did we talk about? I don't even know.
Bits, bobs, bits and pieces.
It was literally bits and bobs. That was actually quite good.
Wait, did we finish?
Joe wants to.
Like, unless there's more shit to talk about, but like...
Well, I mean, there is to talk about.
Also,
like
there's
30 odd
always
minutes
things to
of
talk
content. Like, I don't know. Like,
Haven't you guys seen any new movies? Are you into anything new? Any
I've seen
TV shows?
Spider-Verse next week.
Anything looking at...
Watching the Bad Batch, really, the new season.
Bad Batch is good.
Finish it.
That's another decent Star Wars series.
Adrian's... Yeah.
You keep cutting out. What?
Adrian has... But I have...
I mean, it's not your thing, really, is it?
No.
Yeah, you're still cutting out a bit. I understand what you said.
so... I don't watch that
I mean-
shit.
Well, that's
Wow.
the Star Wars thing.
In terms of other
Which
films, the new
Stallone?
John Wick film is amazing, and it's now out on Amazon.
Yeah, I need to watch that still.
I was like hit and miss with that one.
Well, the new
I
one,
wasn't sure.
all of it.
Yeah, no, like, don't get me
I've
wrong.
heard it's just crazy good action.
It is amazing. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like, it's not as good as, like, I'd say the first two. The first two are the best.
First one's the best overall.
I don't know. I actually think this is the best one, personally. It just reminds me of, like, this was like, you know what? Because it's the fourth one, let's just do the raid.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty much this film.
Yeah.
Also, Donnie Yen in this film is... Mwah.
Oh, yeah.
For John Wick.
Yes.
Did you see that they're in production for the fifth one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't surprise me. It's a cash grab. Like, you can just throw cash at it and people want it.
I will happily watch... Like, everyone's like, oh, another Fast and Furious 10. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, because people are just watching cars. It's just car porn.
No,
It's very
no,
weird.
I will
it's
happily
not.
watch...
It is not. Right, no. Just right. Fast and Furious has not been, like,
Car
about
porn
cars
since
like,
like
what,
3.
the fucking
Yeah.
third one.
Vin
It's been
Diesel.
about
Doesn't he go
how
into
can we
space
make
some
this
weird
stupid?
shit?
They do. They go into fucking space and they drive a car in space.
Have you watched
They have like
it?
Diesel-
superpowers now or something.
watched it?
In the new
No.
one, in the trailer, he takes out 2 helicopters with a car.
Wow.
You want to know, right? My most knowledge,
James
right? It was
Bond
the
can
other
do
week.
that, What do you mean?
The other fucking week on Twitter, right?
I guess
Somebody
we're not done, guys.
started a fucking Twitter thread on. It was what was it? The question was something like, at what point did the Fast and the Furious
Lose its way or
like
something.
lose its
right.
way? And people's video
lose your-
submissions
Yeah.
and gifs to that tweet, I saw shit that I was just like, this has to be fake, but it's
No.
not. It's in films, and I'm like, holy shit! It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, I give it to them. They're just going with crazy every time and it's working.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so crazy. It's just
So
it's
I will
another level.
I will happily watch John Wick 25, where Keanu Reeves is in a fucking Zimmer
He's in a
frame
wheel-
with 12 gauges attached to it and just dropping people.
I'm kind of excited to see like the spin-offs, like what is it, Ballerina and the Continental. I think
Yes.
those are
Yeah.
going to be interesting.
It'll be
There might be
cool to
some-
see more of the world.
There might be some prequel spin-offs as well, potentially, with like Donnie Yen's character and a few other characters,
Oh, that'd
potentially,
be cool.
like prequel stuff.
To be fair, it'd be cool to see like actual John Wick in like the prequel, because it's like said about like that one job he had to do to get out. It'd be cool to see what the fuck went on.
Yeah, that would
Like
be
that'd
neat.
be sick.
Hmm.
Because they're saying the film's just like a near impossible task, and he had to call in a favor to do it.
True.
So like that'd be
How are
cool to see.
how are they going to do it without Lance Reddick though?
Maybe recast.
True.
That's how they should do it. Not like what they did with Black Panther.
Well, yeah, it'd just be a recast, or oh yeah, it would because
But yeah,
every
it's hard
thing
to
has
replace Lance Reddick.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, it's hard to replace him in
Oh my
anything.
God, woman Joe.
Like he is literally irreplaceable.
Mm-hmm.
it's like it sucks for stuff like
Maybe they should do a younger version of him, so it's not quite so like they're trying to replace him. They're just making him a younger character.
Yeah, it sucks because he's so like he is such a unique person, especially like his voice and stuff.
Even voice, like
it's like Destiny 2. That's gonna suffer from it because like
well,
nobody can play him.
Did they ever say how long he's been out?
What do you mean?
Like how long John's been out?
What, out of the job?
Yeah, like how long he left to be with his wife. Like how long he's been out.
I'd assume a few years or something.
I think it was quite a while because he got out. He kind of had a life, but then his wife died.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I was thinking they would just make Lance's character younger.
Well, yeah, if they do a prequel, they'd have to anyway. So recasting that would be decent.
Well, it's like they could, but they wouldn't have to, because they could just play it off like his character came in like I don't know, a few years before John Wick 1 happened. Because like you can't really.
But didn't they have like a
recast
history?
the same role? Yeah, I think they do have some form of history, which makes it quite difficult.
Yeah, of course they do. Him and I don't remember the guy's name, but Ian McShane. I can't remember the actor's name.
Ian McShane?
Yeah, I just don't remember his name in the thing.
Winston?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they all have history together.
Yeah. It'll be
But
interesting.
again, I think they shouldn't do what they did with Black Panther 2, where Chadwick passed, and instead of replacing him to make another Black Panther, they gave Shuri the role and just said, oh, he's gone now. I think it kind of sucks. You want to continue the character. You don't want to just get rid of him. But they don't do that anymore. Like, back in the day when someone either like left or like died or whatever it is, depending, they just actually changed the actor and people really didn't mind. Like Spartacus, the actor from the first season, I'm pretty sure he passed away and then they changed him. Same character, different actor, and it worked.
I don't know. I don't always like it when they put in a new actor. Like, what was it? Game of Thrones? Like, fucking one dude, Dario Naharis, I think.
Yes.
Who that?
Yeah, they changed him like
Faceless man.
5 fucking times.
Which man?
The faceless man.
Oh,
No,
right.
he was like a blonde dude.
Oh, so it wasn't
It was like
assassinated
her
him.
love interest after Daenerys' love interest. I don't remember what his name is.
Oh, the bodyguard. Yeah, they did change him.
Yeah.
He like completely changed.
Yeah,
like,
they changed his
crazy
actor
amount.
3 times.
Yeah, they did.
I can't remember his name. He was so unimportant.
Yeah,
I
kinda.
just don't remember.
Yeah. Like I said,
But it was just
I'd
weird
say-
to hear like the same character.
I'd say it
like-
depends. Like, if the actor can pull it off and basically be that character again, I think it's fine. But if they can't, then there's no point. Like, you need the right actor to take the role.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like there's certain situations where people shouldn't be replaced either, though. Like, I'm kind of tired of them remaking like cult classics and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
sick
honestly
of
tired
the
of them
remake
remaking
culture.
everything, but
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Little Mermaid.
I'm sick of remake
I
culture.
knew it.
No, right. That's not remake culture. That's Disney. Like, let's make a live action of everything we ever
Yeah,
did.
but it's still a remake.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah.
And they're
but
obsessed with doing it for some reason.
yeah, I don't get it. I don't like any of the live actions for Disney.
No one does. Well,
No,
some do.
because they're all shite. They're all shit. They're basically just like, and like for the most part, a lot of them, they're recasting to race change. Which, you know, it's not a bad thing. But at the end of the day, what I don't get is, instead of remaking something and then race changing it, why can't you just think of an original idea?
I agree.
Yeah, that's the answer we've been needing for a long time, and no one seems to give us it.
No, but Disney have done it. They did it with Moana. They did it with
Wait, what? What they do with Moana?
Like they had an original idea.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah, okay, gotcha.
The lead wasn't white.
Apparently, they're bringing out a new Disney
Or
princess.
they brought in different
who's,
cultures.
Black, I think. I can't remember what it's called though. But they're bringing
They
out
did
a
it
new
with
one, and it's original.
that. Is it Coco or something?
Coco.
Yeah, it might actually have been called that.
That's
think that
the
one-
Pixar movie.
Yeah.
That's a Pixar. That was Disney.
Was it?
Mm,
I thought they were the same, honestly.
nah, well, they are Disney Pixar.
Well,
But
yeah,
I think
Disney
it's
Pixar.
primarily Pixar made it.
But yeah, it's like they're making live actions, but they're doing like race changes and stuff, and it's like, why don't, instead of wasting resources on this, try and make like actual Disney stories that involve the different race, if that's what you want to do.
For me, I've noticed like they have so many opportunities to bring other races in. Like if you watch any of like the Tinkerbell movies, she has like a huge diverse like friend
I'm
group.
glad you said
They
that.
could do stories about any of Tinkerbell's friends. I think Ariel has like 8 sisters or something, and they're all really diverse too, if you watch any of the shows. So I don't understand why we can't have like stories about any of her sisters. Like, why can't we have more? Why do we need to change what there is? Give us more.
It's because like literally for some reason they have to change the main one.
And I don't understand why.
And the main one's
They have
usually
to.
white.
Yeah, it's just because of when they were created. It's the time difference, but it doesn't mean that they can't make a sibling of that person who's a different race way better
Well,
or interesting in a different way.
Another relevant thing is the new Peter Pan. The Lost Boys have lost girls.
Really?
Which makes no sense because the Lost Boys are the ones who couldn't figure out how to grow up and just got lost. And the whole point was women mature quicker and wouldn't end up being like that. But yeah, they just went, nah, lost girls too.
That's actually another thing I'm sick of, is like not empowerment of women. It's just the characters that they're creating, in my opinion, doesn't empower women that much. Like there is so many.
It's enforced empowerment.
I feel
There
like
are
every
so
time I
many
see women
strong
in these
female
movies, like they make ridiculous judgments and assumptions and choices in like the things that they're doing, and then they're mad at like all of the men in the movie for it, or they're just mad at them in general. Like I don't understand what they're doing with women's roles right now.
Yeah,
it makes
like
us look bad.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to empower them, but it's like it makes them come across like bitches and shit. And it's like, you guys realize that there's been like really strong women in like main roles in the past, right? Like, you aren't the first to do it.
Not like
Yeah,
Alien.
Ripley. Ripley's always a good example.
And like shit like Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider's a huge example.
A strong female lead. But it's like they make them all bitchy, and one of the other main things is that men are always like absolute ditzers. They're such idiots. They're just like absolute stupid fuckers.
Testing the idiot
What
proof.
was it? The Star Wars show that we watched, was it The Mandalorian?
Yes.
With that woman.
Wait, we didn't watch Mandalorian.
I don't remember.
Andor? Can't be Andor. Andor's
I think
great.
it might have been Andor.
No, about the blonde chick.
Like, and like, yeah, I think so. She had like the simp dude that kept like trying to help her.
Yeah, but it worked.
Oh, wait, am I allowed to say that? I don't know.
I don't give a shit, so it's YouTube's problem.
Simp. No, the guy that like loses his job and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you," and she's like, everybody's an idiot. All of these men are stupid, and I'm so much better than they are. Like the whole time, and then I don't know.
Yeah, but then she realizes at the end that yeah, but she can't defend herself. She is shit scared when she gets grabbed by that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Completely like destroys her confidence.
And like, I just wish that didn't have to be a thing.
Also, I love how we're talking about women empowerment and just beating the shit out of women right now.
You were just playing a woman beating the shit out of men, so.
That's true. Ooh, kangaroo. But nah, like at first I thought she was bad, but honestly, the second time watching, I was like, she's decent. Yeah,
is that only because she got reality checked?
Hmm. What I mean in short, the actual show.
Yeah, like she got reality checked, like had to be put in a position to realize that she was being a huge bitch.
Yeah, she was also just like overly ambitious. But there's plenty of times in the show where there's like the guy going, you know, you're being too crazy and trying to get up the tiers of rank by doing all this crazy stuff.
They were, but she's super dismissive, and I don't like that there's so much like discord. Like nobody can ever work together in shows.
That is true. There seems to be a lot of drama usually between characters.
I mean, they don't always have to get along. There can definitely be differing opinions and stuff, but like, I wish it wasn't like men against women constantly.
Well, yeah, that's like kind of all it is now, for the most part. Because I think we're also in a weird point where you've got a lot of young writers coming in.
Well, yeah, that's why they're on strike.
And they're basically creating shit like Birds of Prey.
I haven't seen that.
You don't want to.
Birds of Prey was great. Ewan McGregor
Not
was
even
awesome.
as a woman, you do not want to see that film because you will be disgusted. It's woke shite, basically.
Ewan McGregor was awesome. He was like the best part.
See, I don't know. I'm relatively
so much
liberal,
better than men.
It's very difficult for me lately to.
The main thing I don't get is like, right, if women, like, obviously, women were oppressed in like some way. They were treated differently. Blah blah blah. Everyone knows it. But is the real reason to basically stoop to the level that men did, or try and create an equal ground? Because basically, showcasing women as the higher ones and men as the lower ones, you're basically stooping at the same level that men did.
Yeah, I mean, it's really no better.
And it's like, so you're basically just being them. And it's like, it's so stupid. But then you get like these women who are like, I don't need men to live.
Was it
like,
Prey?
You do though.
It's Prey with the female lead, right?
Yeah, Predator.
Prey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All of the dudes end up dying for her.
It's like, so yes, kind of they did push it a bit, but in my opinion, it worked.
I mean, it wasn't a bad movie.
Not as bad.
It's just I felt like there was a lot of.
She was a little Mary Sue, unfortunately. Like
in my opinion,
she destroyed that Predator near the end.
Yeah, but it kind of fell to the classic horror trope of the female always kills the killer.
But yeah, but Ripley did it in a way that seemed like, oh, she's actually having troubles.
Well, she kind of had troubles.
No,
like
she didn't.
the men were getting in her way, so it's kind of like trouble at some point.
Kind of what the trouble was, yeah.
It's hard to talk about it because I thought the film was actually really good.
Oh,
it was basically like
it was kind of like
it was like a recreation of the first one, apart from yes, there was a woman, but I don't think it was that much in your face. I felt like that it worked. It worked quite well.
With Prey.
Yeah,
but yours was
it didn't really bother me. It was just I felt like a lot of dudes died in order to like empower her character, and I don't know, like it felt kind of nonsensical at the end because like it did weird things that I wouldn't have expected it to do.
Well, it's like the whole thing is, I think what a lot of people are forgetting is you have to have the balance now. Because if there's a film with a man in it and loads of women are getting shit talked, people are going to be mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a film where there's a woman as the main and loads of men are getting shit talked, going to be people mad about it. You have to create that balance where it's like, yes, men are getting treated shittily, men are getting treated well. Women are getting treated shittily, women are getting treated well.
No, I mean, I see what you're doing with the balance. I mean, they did treat her like shit, but I don't know. I guess it felt like they kind of gave her the kill.
Kind of, yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I
That's
mean,
my
like,
biggest
she
gripe.
couldn't fight it on her
right?
own the entire time, and then all of a sudden she's like a super mega badass and she kills it all by herself.
I think what would have been cooler is if her and her brother actually took it down.
Yeah.
Because her
That would have
brother
been
was
kinda
so much
cool.
cooler, honestly. I thought he was great.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
To have them both do it, like some kind of unity. I mean, like that to me would be a lot of balance. Like they both, men and women, got shit on in the movie. They both got fucked over, but it would have been cool to see them both take it down.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Granted, he almost
It's
took it
just
out
like-
on his own, but he got
Yeah,
killed in
it
the
felt like he
process.
kind of died for no reason.
Yeah.
No bit. What's your take, brah? I think he's not here.
Scott is dead right now.
He's not breathing at least, so that's good.
He might have fallen asleep.
But yeah, like films, games, TV shows, whoever does it, they need to
They need to just stop hating people.
just
Yeah.
because you want a woman to be a strong character doesn't mean that the opposite sex has to be like an absolute retard.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
I agree.
Like you can create strong female
These
characters
words? I'm not sure about that one.
and have strong male characters. You
Oh,
can
that
have
one
them
was
both
bad, but
in the
Simp
same
wasn't.
films.
I don't know. I don't know
Is
the
it?
rules.
Are you allowed to say that?
Fuck that shit. You can say whatever you want. It's YouTube. As long as you don't swear with it. As long as you don't swear within the first 5 minutes, I don't care.
You might want to edit that out, Alan.
There we are.
He's being ableist right now.
But yeah,
No,
it's
I
basically
agree.
to have like a good film. You want strong characters for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but then the main character, yes, they have an edge. But like a really good point to point out with some films like John Wick is that the main character fails a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They fail. That they don't walk into like a fight club scene and just like bang bang, yeah, you're all dead, easy. It's like, oh shit, they're overcoming obstacles. They're showing like they're getting pushed to the limits and stuff like that. Like that's how like a lot of films are doing it now, which is really good because it's showing that the main character's having to overcome obstacles. You don't want to watch a film where someone can just do everything with ease. Boring.
Yeah.
So when you have films with like specific genders being way better than others, it's just boring.
I agree.
I was thinking one of a really good example of a character that has progression and isn't a complete Mary Sue or John Stew or what do they call you? What do they call men? Is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Because there's basically through each movie, he's got a development arc of learning shit, being shit on by the world constantly, but still being that hero to save everyone. But it's never just instantly done. He's always hard fought to do it.
Yeah. 1 and 2 were really good.
Which ones are those?
Spider-Man. It's the ones with Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man
Okay, yeah,
1 and
'cause there's
2.
been like 4 different Spider-Man since I've been alive, so...
Like I said, the ones with Tobey Maguire.
I liked the Tobey Maguire ones. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah.
The third one's got
That-
things in
I
it.
don't know what you're on about. I don't know what you're on about. There's only 2 films ever made. So.
I wouldn't go that far with that one.
Ever made with
That's a
Tobey
Star
Maguire.
Wars take, that one.
with Tobey Maguire.
Kind of like the new Indiana Jones. There's only 3 of those.
I don't know why they keep making them. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I've heard
The
you're not thrilled about
latest
the new
one.
Indiana Jones.
Well, yeah, because once again, they're sidelining the main character, making him a loser, and the female actress is the one taking over and going, I hate archaeology, but I'm better than you. Well,
I don't think they did that with the alien one.
they didn't.
Didn't you
This
say
is a new one.
they
Oh, right. I thought you meant
made him
like
a divorced
considered
drunk
that
in
one as
this
well.
one?
Yeah, basically on the end of the 4th one that doesn't exist, there's he's got Shia LaBeouf as his son. He's married the last from the first film. Can't remember her name.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's happy and Larry. And then in this one,
Nice.
apparently, he's like a drunk loser who's, I think,
Well,
divorced.
It's like fucking
So basically, he's Han Solo again.
It's like Paul Blart, right? Holy shit, right? No, right? The first film, right, is so good, and it leads up to like, oh, he gets the girl and stuff like that. In the second film, it's something like she's left him and he's alone, or she dies, and it's like, what the fuck?
Do we take Paul Blart that seriously? I don't know.
No,
I mean, I think it's just the
it
premise.
takes such a morbid fucking tone from one film to another. It's meant to be like this light-hearted family thing, and then the second film's just like he's alone in this world. His wife left him or died. It's like, holy
Paul
shit!
Blart,
It's like,
the new
all
John
right.
Wick.
It's like, Jesus, guys, like, come on.
What are we doing? John Wick Mall Cop
You remember
now?
Paul Blart on his little, what the hell those things are called? Wheelie things with the little handle. Segway?
That's it.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a segue, yeah.
Yeah, the Segway.
Yeah, I can't do the thing now. I completely forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, yeah.
No, but like, I mean, it's like some films, like, they can just have such a, like, they can end one way, and then they'll just start in, like, the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, which is apparently
It's
what
like-
the new Indiana Jones is. Also,
It's like, holy
there was 3 endings for it. And we got the best one, apparently.
Jesus.
Goodness.
I don't know. It just sucks how they keep destroying legends. Indiana Jones is dead. Han Solo's dead. Played by the same actor. Weird, right?
I don't
They're
think
probably going to shit on Harry Potter
Oh, Harry
with their new remake.
Are
Harry
you talking
Potter
about the
might-
series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
no,
know
like,
why.
they're probably not going to shit on Harry Potter, though, because Harry Potter's done. Like, it's like, he's done.
Yeah, but there's no remake thing.
Even if they're doing a remake thing with a new actor or some shit, it doesn't matter, because Harry Potter is done.
hmm
They mean
Like,
Daniel
that's-
Radcliffe, Harry Potter's done.
Yeah, no, like, for the most part, Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter.
Yeah. It's
You
kind
can't
of weird.
take that role away from him. It's like if they did Lord of the Rings again and fucking what's his face isn't Frodo. It doesn't work.
You
Can't
can't
even
remember his
remember.
name?
Elijah Wood.
There
Yes.
you go.
There you go. Counting me. It doesn't work because they were cast and it was like that long ago, and it was like that big. They will always be that role. And to be fair, like if they're doing like a one where he's younger or some shit, that's just gonna be well, that's not gonna make sense anyway.
Well,
to be
no, I
fair.
think it's literally just retelling the story. I don't know, but I assume that's what it is.
It'll be a lot of garbage. Like they need to do spin-offs, but not like Fantastic Beasts spin-offs. They need to do
Honestly?
a bit better than that.
First one I enjoyed. Second one I thought was
No.
shit. Third one, not bad. Weirdly, I
Fantastic
enjoyed the
Beasts.
third one.
The first one was great. Second one was hit and miss. The
No, the
third
second one
one,
was just trash.
I think Alan's still upset about Queenie.
no, like
Well, yeah,
the
because they ruined
second
that
one.
character.
The second one was unfortunately the thing that a lot of films get to now, where it's the part one. And I hate part one films.
Mm.
Well, yeah,
It's like
they-
Harry Potter, film 7, part 1. It's shite. Part 2 is good.
kinda, yeah. It's too dragging. Oh, is he back?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You missed out on Joe ranting and calling things words we shouldn't be using.
Yeah, naughty, Joe. Stop it.
I'm not ranting, I'm just
This is a family channel.
saying what it is.
Ooh, I can make it blue.
Yeah, like...
Also, what's with having women just not sexy anymore?
So,
Oh, I knew that was
What?
coming.
Like,
you went from feet to...
Because we're not Japan.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not, though.
Can you,
Well,
Because it's
elaborate.
over-sexualizing a woman's body.
yeah, elaborate.
I'd have to think, but probably Lara Croft.
Yes.
So,
Please
what do you mean by not
elaborate.
sexy? Like, it's
Is
just
now-
being normal
Yeah.
looking, not sexy, or
They,
having
This is
they
a
look
mind
dull.
boobs?
They look dull and less iconic.
What defines sexy to you, Alan?
Yeah.
Big boobs.
Wow.
So,
What-
what if
A
she has, like,
typical man answer.
what if she's got the C word and has to get rid of them, you know?
Caveman.
Alright, let's not go into that, Jesus.
Yeah.
I actually have experience with
She
that
could
shit.
still be
Wow.
sexy. God, Alan.
Yeah.
Really, though, it kind of sucks. It really blows that they're making all of these women, like, tiny chested. Like,
No, that's what I mean. Like,
some
there's-
women have bigger breasts, and, like, if everybody's going to be portrayed because they want representation or whatever, I mean, I would like to see women with bigger breasts still.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, okay, here we go. Marvel. Every time Christopher Hemsworth is anywhere, they have to make him naked or topless.
Fair.
They didn't make Valkyrie do that, which would have been nice. Because that movie was dog shit. Also, Love and Thunder is one on that.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just media right now. They don't care. They just want
I have to say,
political correctness and all that shit.
it is frustrating. I mean, like, I don't think... I do like the body positivity stuff. I don't
Me-
think it's healthy to be overweight, and I don't think it's healthy to be too thin. But it would be nice to see more diversity. But I'm really tired of them completely taking away specific body types because it's offensive. It's not. It's just a body type.
Yeah.
It'd just be nice if there was different body types.
See, like, the thing I don't like is that everything's fake. Like, literally everything's fake. Like, it doesn't matter if
Oh,
you
what do you
saw,
mean?
like, everything's fake.
What's
Everything
fake?
you see online is fake. Everything. When it comes to the people's bodies, everything's fake.
I wouldn't say it's all
Nothing
fake.
is legit. No, it's all fake.
It's like the main villain of Santa Claus 2.
Well, there's
It's
like so many
literally like,
photos.
it's photoshopped, it's filtered, it's everything. It's
Not
all
all of them,
fake.
but I know what you mean.
I'll admit, I do
Nothing's
use
natural.
filters, but not as super heavy ones. Like, I try to even out my skin tone, but that's about it.
I don't give a shit.
Everything in the film is actually fake. Because
yeah,
it has to
it's
go through
film,
a
yeah.
process.
Because they gotta go like makeup and all that shit.
So that means everything in a film, everything in a TV show, everything in a photo is fake. Because everyone uses filters. Everyone does. Why wouldn't you? It might make yourself look more appealing than you do. So you're going to use a filter instead. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
filters were created.
Well, yeah.
So
honestly.
everything's fake. That's the thing I hate about, like, bodies and stuff. And that, like, yeah, like, more, like, muscular guys who, you know, have, like, shit tons of dollars and pounds and stuff and get, like, the best personal trainers ever to get ripped. Or the women who get, like, all the Botox and shit like that. They're seen as what's, like, the best to be.
And
When
even
it's
they
not.
use filters too.
No, of course not.
Yeah. And even they use filters. They have, like, a whole team of, like, 50 people, probably, to send out, like, one photo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just to make sure they look good. And it's just, like, it's stupid as fuck. But then like, you've got, like, the other end of the spectrum. Which I'm not going to talk about.
Damn.
But there's certain things shouldn't be seen as what's normal. There should be like an average of like, yeah, this is like pretty much your average person. But don't
think
glorify one aspect
It's
and not
difficult.
shine light on the other.
In America, because the average person is obese here.
I'm not surprised. You're seeing
I
the
mean, like, our
size of
food
like
is
your
absolute
McDonald's.
trash here. Yeah.
We're going in a lot of shit right now, aren't we?
And there's a lot of different things. I mean, like, I'm overweight. Pretty much everybody that I know is. There's very few people here that I know that aren't overweight. So then we have all of these images of like picture perfect people on social media, TikTok videos, and all that other bullshit pushed into our faces. So then we just get more depressed and shit like that. And you know, if you don't have a lot of money to eat super healthy, and not eating can make you fat too. I don't understand why people are just convinced that people that are overweight just eat and eat and eat. But
some do, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a thing. It's just, I mean, I eat a meal and a half, and I'm overweight. I don't get to eat 3 meals a day most of the time. So it's definitely not binge eating.
Yeah.
It's just, it's difficult when everything that you have shoved in your face is perfect. Like all of the fake pictures, like you're saying. And I don't think we should necessarily glorify being huge. We shouldn't glorify people that are suffering from anorexia or bulimia. Like, there should be an in-between.
Yeah. I also don't think everyone should be forced to go to the gym, but we should encourage exercise.
I agree. There should be a certain
I
level
don't see that being an issue.
Personal responsibility for our own physical fitness. But I mean, there's plenty of people that are thinner that are just as unhealthy as people that are overweight. I mean, like physically, like your heart, things like that, things you can't see.
Right.
Well, like, to be fair, there's a lot of like genetics and stuff
That too.
that can come into it. So it's like you can try and be healthy, but sometimes your genetics are just against you.
Well, I mean, even our medications. I was looking when a friend was talking about diabetes medication, and some of the diabetes medication or even the antipsychotics can make you gain a shit ton of weight.
There's loads of stuff. Like, it's always going to be easier to gain weight than it is to lose it. It's always easier. But then you can have like health issues where you'll just gain weight no matter what you do.
Especially autoimmune like disorders. It's crazy. Yeah. There's so many factors to it. I wish people were a little bit more educated about it, but it's hard.
Yeah, but it's just like at the same point, it's like being like thin or muscular and stuff like that is so like showcased as that's the way to be.
Like perfection.
Yeah, it's like a few years ago, maybe a bit longer than a few years ago, when it was like the amount of suicides and shit that girls were doing because they weren't as pretty.
Yeah.
As like Instagram models and shit. And it's just like, holy fuck.
The amount of pressure that's put on people.
Yeah, the amount of pressure, like
stigmas.
Yeah, you could literally get someone who like watches a film or something and goes, damn, it's like they're like that and I'm like this, and it's like fuck. Like,
well, and we have such a huge mental health crisis like everywhere now. I think there's a lot of escapism. People are really I think they're trying to escape from their like normal everyday life, and I think that's why they want to see themselves more in video games.
Oh yeah, like
want to see themselves more in movies so that it's easier for them to escape all of the bullshit that they're stuck in. Because if you can be a superhero, then why not?
Yeah, how people are saying lately is you can't see yourself in someone unless they're the same skin tone. That's how some people are saying things. And that's just dumb.
Yeah, like oh my god, who was it? It was some well-known person, some celebrity or something, and they took the kids to see the new Little Mermaid film. And it was something. It was because they were coloured. The one who went to see the new Little Mermaid film.
Mm.
And apparently in it, like, she gives up stuff for a man, and the person who was tweeting about it was, like, very angry that their coloured children were getting influenced by this coloured person in a film to give up stuff for a man. And I kind of felt, I was just like, well...
Have you never seen the movie?
It's kind of like, it's like, well, why does
up,
race...
like, everything.
Like, why does race come into that, though?
Well, it doesn't.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Exactly. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you go off gender, like, God forbid, there's more than 2 genders. Okay, fair enough. Whatever.
I'm not John.
Well, like,
This is our first episode.
if you're a female, if you're like a young female or a young male,
Tell me.
and you watch a film, you shouldn't be influenced by the fucking skin tone.
I feel like parents need to
Uh-huh.
take a larger role in it, honestly. Like, I'm
Yeah,
really tired
and
of people
parents.
going, well, this movie influenced my child. Well, then you need to influence your child.
Like,
That's your
at the end
job.
of the day, if
Say, okay,
you're
well, it's
letting
a
your child
movie.
get influenced by anything, it's like, you should probably tell them not to be fucking influenced by it. It's a film,
many-
it's fiction.
How many people watch SpongeBob and their kids like, you know what, I'm gonna go live in the bottom of the ocean and catch jellyfish? Like, you as a parent, you'd be like, okay, good luck with that. It's
Yeah,
not,
I
it's not
tried with
feasible.
mine, but they kept saying I was an idiot.
Yeah.
That
So-
would be a pretty cool thing. Like, you know,
I
just
can't
go
even
make
swim,
burgers
that's how
all
bad
day.
it is.
You live in a fucking pineapple, you make burgers, and then you
Yeah.
go catch jellyfish, and that's all of your worries? It's like, come
Mhm.
on. I'd happily take that right now.
While it does seem like the ideal life, the majority of us, human beings, girl or boy, whatever gender, whatever race, we're probably gonna drown.
What I think it is. Jonathan, you know
A
what these are.
turkey,
Oh, damn. That is,
a butt plug.
Hey,
Ow.
just checking.
Why is it shipping to Paris? Is that for like?
Oh, piece of art.
Oh.
They like shit, don't they?
I have no idea what people from Paris like, and I don't want to presume.
Nails.
Like, plugs, apparently.
But I don't know. It's just weird that a
Ooh.
lot of people are not taking any kind of responsibility for the shit that influences their kids, and they want to be so outraged about it. It's like, well, put that to work and maybe teach your kids some shit on your own.
It literally feels like just a cycle of
Mhm.
of life. So it's like,
It's a cycle.
say, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, parents were kicking off because of, like, violent
GTA.
video games and films
Oh
were
god, yeah.
making their kids do stuff. And the kids of that time have grown up now and they've got their own kids and they're doing the exact same thing. But they don't remember that their parents were kicking off about that shit like 20 years ago.
And it's just unfathomable for me because my mom never did that. She didn't censor the things that I watched. She was just like, this is some make-believe shit, just so you know. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I don't... It's difficult for me to understand. I mean, I have a few opinions about parenting that most people wouldn't agree with, but... It's very... very difficult.
Like, my parents try to control the things I watch. Like, basically, don't watch things like you shouldn't be watching for, like, that age group. But I was, like, 12, 13, and I'd, like, sneak watch South Park and shit. So I
Really?
yeah.
I mean, like, I was
love
watching
that
that
shit.
probably at, like, 8 or 9.
Yeah. But it was, like, my parents tried to do it, and it, like, succeeded to a point, and then they just kind of, like, eased me into more, like, other stuff. But it was, like, it was never a, oh my god, this guy's killing loads of people. I want to do that. Let's do that in real life. It's like, it's not that. It's like, no. Like, what kind of, like, mind do you have to see they're murdering people in a film? So that means I can do it. It's like, no. It's like that like train of thought is just like completely like just insane.
It's insane to me that as a parent you would be okay with allowing your kid to watch that. Like it's fine if you want to let your kid watch that, but if you're not going to take any responsibility to say, okay, well, we shouldn't murder people, but we're going to go watch this movie. Like, you can't be mad that people were murdered in a movie that you know people are going to be murdered in. That you chose to let your kid watch. Like, The Little Mermaid. Yeah, of course she gave up stuff for a man. That's the movie.
It's the whole point. It's the whole cliche
She gives
of
up
Disney
her voice
princess.
and the ability to be under the sea so that she can be with a man.
Under the sea.
It's weird.
Which, to be fair, actually, like, quite a lot of Disney princesses, like, now, don't actually have that cliche.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are quite, like, strong, independent. Or, like, they're just not a Disney princess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they chose to remake them and make them into a vulnerable person.
Right.
And it's like, okay. And then people are like, I don't want my child seeing this. It's like, you were watching that like 20, 30 years ago, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you mean? Like, stop being brainwashed by social media.
I don't know. The only one that I have seen super recently that didn't feel like it had like any kind of like pushback against it, I guess, was WALL-E.
WALL-E's
There's really
so
nothing
good.
to be pissed off about with WALL-E.
You can't because the robots.
Yeah.
You just literally can't.
Yeah, but
And
most
it's
people
like-
are robots these days.
The film actually makes 100% sense, though.
It's
It's the
such a good
future.
movie.
If WALL-E was to actually happen, everybody would go fat.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, literally everybody would.
Yeah, that's what
You
happens in
didn't have to
space,
do
ain't it?
anything. Yeah, like, literally everybody would just do it. Because you wouldn't have to do anything else. It actually just makes complete sense. It's so funny how, like, just accurate that film is. Also, banger film.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I love WALL-E.
I don't know. What about you, Alan? What's your favorite?
My
What's the
film?
least controversial movie you've seen recently? Least, not most.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing controversial about
It was pretty good. I don't
that. Even
know.
Dungeons and Dragons, that was not even controversial.
Oh, that film is so good.
I actually really enjoyed it. I've seen it twice now.
It's so
I really
it's so
like the
fucking
dragon.
Yeah, Dragon's cute as hell.
Oh, he's so fat.
good. Main thing I loved about it, it was like I'm pretty sure a lot of reviewers said as well. It felt like a 90s film.
It did, yeah.
And it's so good. It's like, it's so good that I felt like that with it. And it did. It was just fun. You were just watching it. It was fun. The story wasn't like, didn't have to be super complex. It just had to be like somewhat good.
I was skeptical because I heard stuff apparently they were emasculating the male characters. And I was like, oh no, it's
No.
one of these movies. And then I watched
No.
it and I was like, oh, no, they're not. I mean, he's not exactly the warrior, but I guess that's his role. So, yeah,
Mhm.
works.
It like, to be fair, it on this, like, the whole point of D&D is like you can be anything. It 100% works.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that, like, in this, like, party, you would have the woman who's the more stronger one, like the warrior, the one who wants to, like, get, like, really into shit. And then you've got the guy who's more of, like, the cunning trickster. It makes sense because it's D&D. You can be whatever you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it just makes sense. But even, like, the way she was written, like, whatever the actor was called, can't remember her name.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, but even the way the character was written, it wasn't like a over-dominating ego. They were just people.
Yeah.
There was no gender involved. They were just people trying to get, like, through whatever they were getting through.
Yeah,
Just, like,
definitely
that
agree
is a
with
good
that.
example of a film that works. It can have a stronger female lead and a strong male lead, and it works. Like other
It helps a really good actors
directors
too.
and shit. Oh yeah, they are really
As
good.
Michelle
fucking actors.
Rodriguez, I've only seen her play the badass.
I think
I've
that's
never
pretty
seen
much
her
a
do anything
trademark.
else. Kinda.
Mhm.
Even in Avatar, she
Yeah.
was just a badass pilot.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
but,
she
like-
doesn't die in though?
I don't know, she dies in everything. Well, technically she... No, not technically Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
Yeah, she does die. Technically.
Technically.
Yeah, that's fun. She's almost like Sean Bean. Just dies and everything. Hey. Wait, I haven't seen Puss in Boots. You gotta watch that.
Puss in Boots is fantastic.
10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing, that's an animated
Oh.
movie. That was from Shrek, essentially. Do you have any thoughts, Scott, on anything? Whatever you want, because at the moment we're talking about anything.
No.
What about the best stock, Scott? What's going on in the market?
Oh boy, no! Don't get me started.
Sounds like a perfect segue.
It'd be like what's it called now? Aeroplane. When he's
Mm.
talking about the war, and everybody's talking to is just trying to kill themselves by the end of it.
Yeah. True.
I had to.
Oh!
You're the perfect person to ask.
Wow.
Big Ben. No more
So
thoughts? We good? What?
we've talked about, let's see, let's summarize real quick.
I
We've
don't
talked
wanna-
about games and movies. We've talked about social issues. There's been some bullshit bantery commentary, I think.
random real life stuff.
Yeah, random real life stuff. I don't know. I mean, this one feels pretty solid.
It's
I
pretty
think it's
good.
a good first episode. I think there's a couple choice words you might want to edit out,
True.
Joe.
What? all I said was retard.
No. I don't know.
Can't be that.
You just said it again!
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna choose to ignore that because we don't encourage that kind of behavior on this channel. But
Red
Honestly, I was
flags.
just.
I
How is
love
it a bad
behaviour,
word,
isn't it,
though?
Sean? It's not
What,
an
what is the
LRS
good
space.
version? What is the good version of that word? Someone tell me.
you know, it keeps evolving.
Dumbass? I don't know.
It used to be
mentally challenged.
Mentally wrong.
No, it used to be what did like super old people call it? They called them mongoloids.
I use
That's
that
what it
word.
was. And then, of course you do.
Mong. Basically.
And then it was mentally challenged, retarded, special
Spaz.
needs. Yeah, spaz.
Oh,
Well, I
yeah.
hear spaz is pretty bad because
Spazzy.
yeah.
Yeah, Spaz is pretty bad.
so I mean
That's
those are all.
No!
It feels like it just keeps changing, and I don't feel like there's any.
Dang it.
It's not a good way to say it.
Yeah, there's no good way to say it.
Because if you say a mentally challenged person, everyone's thinking retarded.
Yeah.
But if
I don't
you like
know.
try and dance around it too much, it's like, you know, like someone who's not too good up there. Like, you know, if you dance around it a bit too much, they're like, wow, you
Then you're
did.
just as offensive. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just say it. Someone who's retarded.
There's somebody that makes nonsensical choices.
Yeah.
What about retardo? Like a name and it sounds cool.
No, because that's
Isn't
just like
that-
kind of putting a Mexican spin on it.
I was gonna say that feels a little bit racist and ableist at the same time.
By putting it O on the
Yeah.
end?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it instantly makes it Mexican.
Sure.
Anyway.
It's like Zorro.
I don't know. It feels like a pretty solid episode. I think you guys did good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, our host, Xanthia.
Nope. This is on Alan's channel, so it's just
We're doomed.
I'm glad that you guys got your shit together, and hopefully it doesn't take Alan forever to edit it and post it.
What edit? I'm just shotting this in raw.
There you go. Put it in raw. The best way.
Raw.
Raw dog this video right onto YouTube.
Balls deep and raw.
There we go. It even came with its own butt plug.
That's true.
I don't know. I think hopefully it could become a more regular thing.
I think we could all play a game while I do it as well, since it's not just me.
You know, I was going to suggest that earlier, but the conversation was flowing really nicely, so...
I'm enjoying this.
I'm glad I wasn't the only person that thought it.
As to what game? Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, fuck us.
It feels
One
like,
would be fucking stupid.
Something that we don't necessarily have to pay too much attention to, probably.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
League of Legends.
Anyway. Good job.
Unless it was a co-op game, then you'd make a video about it.
Full circle.
Yeah.
So you could have a co-op review.
Yeah. What co-op game?
Oh, fucking no.
Can we get 4 people into?
There's no, what do you
have a
mean?
review about?
Didn't we just talk about this, right?
Exactly. That was my plan.
Yeah, we just talk about how there's no co-op games to actually play.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. I think we should tell everybody goodbye and go about our business. Fuck off.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Wait.
Till next time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now who's got something to edit?
Bye.
I'm already got 4 different places I need to edit.
Fix it in
I've been
post.
writing them down.
It's just right. He's just like, whatever time Joe said this, delete.
Well, it's all you for the most part, so yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, what was the other thing? What did you write down? I want to know.
I only said
I wrote down
retard.
times, that's it.
Times.
Yeah.
I said retard, and I said just then,
Oh my god.
and then again.
I hope you hit.
That's still
Like
1:32, so I can keep that time.
Okay,
Okay, well, we're out. Hope you enjoyed our thoughts and talks. No idea what I was on about. It's a random
Find a
episode,
good pause
first
and
thing.
yeah.
Hope everyone has a good day. This was
Bye.
from me and these 3 losers. So I'll
Yep.
catch you later
Yeah.
and keep on gaming.
Fuck you.
Bye.
See ya.
Let's do that again.
Fuck you.